Welcome guys to another tutorial of mine, and I actually haven't said that in a long while. Yeah, I'm back with another tutorial for you guys, and today's topic are cooldowns. So basically, like when you type in a command, type in a command too fast, like multiple times. For example, hold up, just a second, and this. Alright, so basically, I hate this. Alright, so basically, if I type in, for example, FG and FG, it is going to give me a cooldown. Alright, so for this, we are going to have to use Bukkit runnables because that's the only way I know how to do them. I mean, you could use thread.sleep, but that's one of the worst ways you can do that. So I'm just going to use Bukkit runnables. Alright, so I'm going to create a new class that is going to be in our commands of package. Yes, so tutorial commands, and let's say our command is gf command. Alright. Our public class gf command needs to implement implement a command executor. And we have to implement these methods, obviously. So let's change a couple of things. So sender command string s is going to be a label and args. All right. So basically, let's make this return true. And all right, let's check if the sender is a player. So if sender is instance of player, return false. All right, that is one way to do it. All right, let's just make a player object. So player, let's cast that to player and sender. All right, so now we can actually create our command. I'm going to make like gf. So if cmd.getName dot equals ignore case and gf. Alright, this is where all of the magic happens. We need to first create a private arrayList. Now, why are we making this private? Is because we don't want to access it in any different class. Let's make an arrayList of UUID. Don't make it string or player, because string doesn't save player UIDs, for example. I mean, you could do string, but I just like UID better. It's just a simple way to put it. And don't use player because that can cause memory leaks. Alright, so a private array list of UID. I'm going to call it GF cooldown. For example, cooldown. And let's just make it into a new array list. Like so. Alright, so we have our GF cooldown. Just ignore this for a minute. Alright, so when we type in our command, we need to check if the player is not in this array list, because if the player is in this array list, we don't want it to execute. We want to give a message to the player like, hey, you cannot execute this command whilst in a cooldown. Alright, so let's just, if, I think, a player dot, oh, sorry. If gf cooldown dot contains player dot get unique ID, and let's make this doesn't contain, like so, and that's good. So if this array list doesn't contain the player dot get unique ID, we want to execute some code. Alright, so I'm going to make a pretty simple command that basically sends a message to the player. So player dot send a message, I don't know, and maybe chat color dot red plus, and let's make this a nice exclamation mark, and something like gf, no wait, caps lock is on. Alright, so gf command has been executed, or something like that. Alright, so this command is pretty boring, and if you want to add a new, like a cooldown, you're going to have to create a new Bukkit runnable. Now, if you don't know, Bukkit runnable basically does a task later or in a timer. So basically, like 2, 1, and go, or 3, 2, 1, go, in a certain period, if you can call it like that. I'm not sure, right? Let's just create an instance, or uh, let's just get our main class. So tut main. Sorry. Tut main. Let's call it f is equal to tut main dot get plugin tut main dot class. All right, so we are basically getting everything in our tut main class. All right, so yeah, basically that's what the Bukkit runnable does. Now, everything in the Bukkit runnable is going to be executed in this run like void. And if you want to like create an integer or a variable that is going to be associated with this void, you're going to have to create it outside the actual void. So I'm just going to create some timer or counter or something like that. I'm going to create a no wait actually int cooldown. Wait, hold. Cool down. Can I type? Thank you. And let's make it, for example, 5 seconds. Now, you see, I made this run task timer method here. What you actually want to do in this is you're going to have to put in your plugin. So f. Now, this is when the task is going to be ran later. I'm going to put 0. Oh, sorry. I'm going to have to put 0 because I don't want it to run like later, to start running later. And let's make the period 20. So 20 is 1 second in Minecraft. You can put, if you want to, like multiple seconds, you can like times and 5 or something like that, but I like doing this better. Alright, so we have our empty public void run method, or void, you can call it whatever you want. But if you want to make the actual cooldown happen, you're going to have to check if the cooldown, our int here, is like 5 or less. So let's, if cooldown is less or equal to 5, then you want to execute some code. So let's make it like cooldown minus minus, because that is going to make our cooldown, like if it's 5, whenever this gets executed, is going to be 4, then 3, then 2, then 1, and 0. Right, so let's make another check. So if cooldown is equal to 0, all right, sorry. If cooldown is equal to 0, we want to cancel the Bukkit runnable from running, because like if you don't cancel it, it will become like, I'm not sure, but I think it will like be in minus. So -1, -2, and it will go on forever until you reload the server. So make sure you want to cancel that. Now let's send a player a message. So player dot send message, like a confirmation message that your cooldown is not a cooldown anymore. You can run your command again. So and let's chat color dot green maybe. Let's make this a plus. And for example, your cooldown expired. Expired like that. Alright, so I haven't actually made this, but if the cooldown doesn't contain, let's just make an else statement here. Basically, if the cooldown does contain, let's just send a message to the player. So player.sendMessage, and let's make it in nice red, and like this. And let's put something like you are in a cooldown. Sorry, cooldown. You cannot execute this command. Thank you. Right. We've sent the message to the player, but we actually need to remove the player from the array list. So we want to do gf I think gf cooldown dot remove and player dot get unique ID, like that. And basically, one thing that I forgot, because I always forget things, we need to like put in maybe gf cooldown dot add and player dot get unique ID. Alright, so I'm going to explain what is happening. Alright, so we're creating a private array list gf cooldown here. And if the player is not in this array list, we are going to execute some code. But else, if the player is in this array list, it is going to send us a message: you're in a cooldown, you cannot execute this command. Whenever you, if you aren't in this array list, and so you can execute this command, it is going to send you a message: gf command has been executed, and it is going to add you into the array list. That means you cannot execute it until you get removed. Now we are creating a new Bukkit runnable, and inside it has an int cooldown of 5. This, I think, run task timer will run this code in this public void run every single second, because we, in this period type of thing, we put 20. And remember, 20 ticks in Minecraft is 1 second. Right, so we are checking here if the cooldown is less or equal to 5. We are going to, oh, sorry, just a second. If it's less or equal to 5, we are going to like make it one number less, or I don't know how to say that. All right, never mind. So and here we are checking if the cooldown is 0. We are going to send a message to the player: your cooldown expired. And we are going to remove the player from the array list and cancel the Bukkit runnable, because we don't really want it to be going on forever. Alright, so I'm going to, first of all, we need to like make it into our plugin.yml commands, I think. This alright, so let's make a usage. I'm not sure why IntelliJ is not, oh, sorry. I think it's gf and usage, like so. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Thank you. What is this? Alright, never mind. I'm not sure what is happening with IntelliJ right now. Why it's not like showing things, but never mind. So let's make it like /gf, and let's register it in our on enable. So get command, thank you. I think it's gf.setExecutor and new gf command, and like that. Alright, so I'm going to build our plugin here. As you can see, the intense building is currently going on. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, come on, build. And if we reload the server, hopefully, oh, sorry. Alright, so if I type in gf command has been executed, you're in a cooldown, you cannot execute this command, and your cooldown expired. I'm not sure what happened that it's so fast. I don't know if that was 5 seconds. Wait, hold up, just a second. Gf command, yeah, I think that was 5 seconds, I'm not sure. I just can't count. Alright, never mind. So basically, I hope that you don't think that like 5 seconds are 2 seconds. I'm not sure, I'm dumb. Alright, so basically, it's working. We're going to send a message to the player if the cooldown expired, and if you are in a cooldown, it is going to send you a message: you cannot execute this command. And I reloaded the server. I'm so smart, right? So basically, I hope you enjoyed this video. It wasn't like a very long tutorial, but it's very simple. And I'm sure you can do this with hash maps, but array lists are much easier to understand and are much more like beginner friendly. And I use it all the time. I don't even bother trying out hash maps because it's not I don't even want to learn it. This is one of the easiest ways you can do this. Alright, so anyway, I hope you like this tutorial. If you have any questions, please post it in my comments section. I think that's called. Never mind. You can actually contact me on Bukkit if you like need additional help. Yeah, I'm going to. No, never mind. You can contact me on Bukkit. The username is this, as you can see, and yeah. See you guys in my next tutorial, I hope, and bye bye.